with 2023 almost coming to an end, like shocker, this year is almost over, I want to quickly talk about the books that I would love to still read this year. So this is my end of 2023 TBR list video. And on this list, I'm only going to have a few books because I want to give myself space to read whatever I feel like reading. But also December is a month in which I have quite a few like holidays. My partner will be at home. We will be cozy reading together, or at least I hope we will. So I have a few books on here that I definitely want to finish. And first off on my TBR list is the Nevernight Chronicles by Kristoff. I actually read the first book at the beginning of the year. I was so excited about it that I told all of my friends about it, and we were actually going to do a book club around the book, so I actually held back on reading the other two parts. The book club never happened, and now of course I feel like I want to know what happens, and I actually picked up the books again. So I'm super excited to actually finish those two books. I actually started reading the first one already, which is called Godsgrave, and the last one to that series is called Darkdawn. I have all of them here with my Kristoff books. They are very, very pretty, and yeah, I just want to read them, finally. Up next is a book that has been on my TBR list for a while, and it is Book of Night by Holly Black. Up to this day, I haven't read a single Holly Black book. I do also have The Stolen Hair, but I feel like Book of Night would be a good starting point, first and foremost because it is a standalone book, or I think at least it is. And if I like her writing style, I'm pretty sure that I will pick up the other books as well pretty soon. But for now, I still kind of need to get into what she writes and how she writes, etc. And a final book that I really want to read this year is Bonesmith by Nicky Preto. It is about a girl who is a bonesmith, so it's a class of work in the realm where she lives, and she wants to be a Valkyrie, if I'm not mistaken. So she wants to be a fighter within her class, and she is going to try and do everything for that. Something happens to her, so she ends up not technically being what she wants to be, or not being placed where she wants to be. However, a lot of plot twists happen, and I don't know much about it yet. I haven't read the book yet, but it sounds like something I would really love. And then a book that isn't technically on my TBR list, but that I really want to get into is Gideon the Ninth. I finally purchased the first book of Gideon the Ninth, and I also have Harrow the Ninth, and then Nonna the Ninth is on my wish list, but I haven't bought it yet. For next year, I also want to do things a little bit differently about the books that I read, because I own almost 150 books at this point, and I've read maybe 30 of them. So next year I want to focus on reading what I have instead of buying more books that I want to read. And I'm also gonna quit my 2 subscriptions, both my Illumicrate and my Fairy Loot. But first I want to buy the special edition of Empire of the Vampire, and after that I'm going to cancel my subscription. So this wasn't really the longest video, but I just simply wanted to let you know and keep myself accountable for the books that I want to read during the month of December. I feel like I will probably read some lighter fantasy in between the heavier books as well, because I feel for me that really helps to have like these light and airy romantasy soft reads in between my heavier books. I feel for me it makes it a lot more enjoyable, and I actually look forward to both of them. I look forward to my heavier reads, and I also look forward to like the softer reads. And I also was recently recommended My Roommate is a Vampire, which is somewhere at the top of my shelves. I also really want to read that, but the thing is, with those lighter reads, I just prefer seeing what I feel like at the moment that I'm picking up a book than actually having a fixed TBR list, because that just doesn't seem to work for me. I love to plan a few books that I really want to read and hold myself accountable, but not for every single book that I'm reading. And then I would love to know from you, what books are you reading before the end of this year? Is there something that you really want to finish, or is there any of the books that I've mentioned that you've already read? I would love to know, so feel free to let me know in a comment down below. Before I end this video, I want to of course thank you so much for watching, and of course if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so. We're almost at 200, which is insane. When I started this channel, I hoped to maybe get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're at almost double that. So yeah, it's really insane to me. And also I want to quickly mention that during the month of December you can expect 2 videos every single week from me. I'm not sure if this is going to continue through January, as my life is gonna change a little bit, but more on that in a future video. So see you very soon with the next one. Bye!